So let's think for a moment in the eyes of a sales rep. Maybe I'm an SDR just getting started with an organization. Maybe this is the first time I've actually worked for a SaaS company, and I'm a bit overwhelmed by all this new information I have to learn. Stuff about my customers, this technology stack I have to now enable to handle my day-to-day. Or maybe I'm an account executive and I'm switching companies and I have new software I have to learn, new processes, new people I have to report to. It can be like drinking through a fire hose for those new reps and even seasoned reps that are trying to get ramped up with new initiatives that get put in place from a technology standpoint. Think of this through the eyes of a map versus a GPS. If someone's ever given you instructions or directions on how to get somewhere, they tell you turn left at this stop sign, then go to the library and see this. They give you milestones and mental checkboxes to try to remember where things are. All it does is confuse you. No one can remember that information, and you end up getting lost. What you need instead is a GPS, something that guides you step by step with just-in-time information as you need it. You don't need to know about a turn you're going to make in 14 minutes. You need to know about the next turn you're going to make. The same thing applies with your staff when they're coming with information, how-tos with technology. You might go through your LMS system and learn different modules and ideas on how your tech stack is set up and what the general sales process look like. After that, they need information that they can apply in real time. So, for example, let's say I'm on something like my CRM. This could be something like Salesforce. It could be HubSpot. It could be any number of tools online. With the iorad extension, it follows us around like that GPS in our back pocket, that resource on the screen in the app we're working on. So if I'm a rep and I have a question and I can't remember something from onboarding, I can follow that extension. I can see a list of tutorials that have been shared with me specifically or my group. It would be organized out in whatever categories my management team put together. And I also can search them anytime I want. This information is now at my fingertips when I need it most. Not something I learned 5 months ago and have to go search for, but right as the question pops up, I can click on that tutorial and actually be guided right through the activity as I'm in the screen. That is extremely helpful because it's delivering the information right when the user needs it, just in time. This is applicable with any sort of site that they're on. So if they're jumping between tasks, so maybe they have to go download something, a list of contacts from their sales navigator. So they're jumping on their LinkedIn. All they have to do is hit that browser extension because we use single sign-on, and they can search for those tasks, find what that process looks like, and even connect it to other apps. So if I'm looking and my first step is to go in and download a list of contacts from my LinkedIn, I can look up that task. It'll then link out to the next step in the task. So if I'm coming through this tutorial, and the last step in the process is to come over to my HubSpot or to my Salesforce, I can click the button and it's going to take me over to that next window inside of my CRM to handle the next set of actions. So think of that GPS. It's dripping out the information in this step-by-step model just as the user needs it, without overwhelming them with information. It's just focusing on what they need to know next.